You guys jumped 5 passes tonight for interceptions. What locked you guys in about their game plan? What was the plan going in tonight that led to that many opportunities?
The main narrative of the story was it was going to be a QB clash between Eli and Kyle McCord. You know, they was definitely like hyping up Kyle McCord way more than Eli. So, you know, they was hyping up Kyle McCord. They was playing our passing defense. So, you know, the whole week, the whole bye week, our defense definitely took that personal. It was definitely disrespecting us all around. So we definitely locked in. We had changed up some passing concepts that we did because we know where Kyle McCord wanted to throw it to. And, you know, he tried to throw it there. He definitely tried. Definitely most of our linebackers. So, you know, he didn't start the game off. Got a pick six right there. I automatically fed off his energy. Third and long, I already knew he was going to try to throw it to 19, so I jumped that right there. And you had B. George. He caught a pick on the ground. I never saw that before. You know, and then, you know, Bray he was left out. So, you know, you had to get one. Caught one off the screen. So I'm definitely proud of my Sharks. Like, that got to be some historic performance right there.
So you guys changed your game plan. You guys studied his tendencies and changed your coverage game plan to counter what he did.
They a passing team. Like, they going to add some run plays. They had definitely ran the ball on us last year, so you know they was going to try to run the ball on us this year, but they want to pass the ball. You know, they tried to run the ball. It wasn't really working, so they just like, let's start passing it. So, you know, they automatically just jumped off as soon as, you know, he caught that first pick. So, you know, he was definitely like the tone setter of the game, and then everything else just rolled in.
What allows your linebacker group to make plays like that?
We hungry, bro. We like, we getting disrespected. Like, nobody putting respect in our defense. So, you know, we hungry for respect. We hungry for anybody that try to come in here and think they could disrespect us and, like, just think you can get away with it. Like, you know, we pride ourselves in being called the Sharks. Like, you come in here, like, you better learn how to swim. It's that simple.
Rasheem had the 30-yard return, and yours was 59. Did you give him any? Did you give him any guff after you returned it for almost twice season?
Nah, it wasn't that type of energy. Like, because a pick six, that's big, and definitely have 2 pick sixes in the same LB room in the same game, like almost in the same quarter. That's definitely crazy already itself. So, I was definitely proud of him because, you know, he came off injury, and like before the injury, like he been feeling to get a pick. And he finally caught his pick. He dropped the same, like I think it was an out route he caught the pick on. He dropped the same concept against UNC to close that out. So I know he definitely was happy to catch that pick. On top of that, get a pick six, the second pick six of the season for the defense. You know, he was saying that like all earlier today, like he needed to get one. He got that. So I'm definitely proud of him. And then when I caught my pick, like I was always telling everybody, like if I get the ball in the middle of the field, I'm scoring. So as soon as I got the ball, I just saw the field open up, and I already knew where I was gonna go. I saw Quint, I saw Kyle, they both tried to get me, and I just saw the back door lanes open, and I just kept taking it, and then led me to the end zone.
You guys, in the first half, sometimes 2 or 3 guys are on the pass catcher. Was that just film study?
Yeah, it was just film study.
Kyle, before the season, do you think 7-0 would be a possibility? And now that you're here, how would you maybe describe Pitt's ceiling as a team?
Of course, I thought 7-0 was definitely like could happen. My goal was always be undefeated. Nobody, like we got talent on this team that's tremendous on all rooms, everywhere. I don't see nobody really messing with us for real. All this media talk, we don't ever fall into that. That's for everybody else to do. We never gonna fall for that. You know, we watch real film. We put real time into this, and we see people's real weaknesses and strengths. So we know like who we going against, what they really is, and we got a shot against everybody. Not even a shot, we got the advantage because we got some real dogs on our side. So we definitely see more than just 7-0 being just a goal. Like a lot of people still see us being just 9-3 or something. We still taking that as disrespect. So we definitely hungry. We're not complacent, satisfied. We don't even care about the last games that just went on. Like we still on to the next 5, beat SMU.
We'll do one. That's the last one.
Kyle, you guys, obviously the 5 interceptions going to draw attention, but 4 sacks, you held them to 6 rushing yards. This is your 3rd year at Pitt. Was this the best defensive performance you've seen from this team?
Bro, this got to be the best performance, like, of all time on this team. Somebody got to show me something better. Like, that's crazy. You got 5 picks, 3 pick sixes, 4 sacks. They had like 18 rushing yards. Like, come on. Yeah, come on. Somebody searched it up in the history books. We got to get put on the wall or something after that performance. That was definitely great.
First pick six. Walk us through what you saw and the game planning that you guys did to take away some of those underneath throws.
I mean, we had a lot of film we've been watching with the bye week we had. We know that they did a lot of option routes. So, our receivers here, we've been working with all off-season, all camp, all spring. They did a lot of routes like that too. So, we've been working on that for forever. So once I had a chance, I've been out for 3 weeks with the last Cal game I ain't played, and we had the bye, and this week I finally got to play. Fresh legs, I just knew what it was. We've been watching a lot of film on these guys, so we knew what they like to do. So it was just be a ball player for real. Just make a play.
Did you feel like the defense was confusing McCord?
I mean, definitely. With the bye week we had, we got add a lot of different things in our defense. We got a lot of, switch a lot of different things up. And this is the first time our full defense has really played together. So this is like really a big step for us, and it's just going to keep getting better and better for real.
Did you also feel, I know Kyle was saying the defense felt a little disrespected. Did you kind of have that type of motivator heading into this one?
I mean, yeah, last year what they did to us was like just berserkers. Like, we've been talking about that for forever. Like, every meeting we had, we just talk about what they did to us last year. And, like, they had, almost 400 rushing yards on us last year. Like, that was too unacceptable. Like, that's just not the way we was going out. None of it. Like, it just wasn't happening on us. So we just keyed in on that for real. Just kept using that as motivation, and eventually the outcome was what it was.
Obviously, the defense had a great performance, but how crazy good has Ben Sauls this year?
If I'm an NFL team GM, I'm using the draft pick on that guy. I'm not gonna lie. That guy's going to the league next year. He's a guy. He's a sniper, best kicker in the nation, literally. No doubt about it.
Anything else?
Rasheem, what makes the Sharks a different sort of, linebacker core compared to anyone else in the country?
We all got stuff to prove. We all hungry. We all just we just know what we want. We all want to get to that next level. And we want to be the best in the nation. We've been saying that since we started calling ourselves the Sharks. We want to be the best in the nation. Our whole group was want to be the best in the nation, literally. We just keep training for that. We keep preparing for that. We do all the extra stuff we need to do. We key in on our keys. We watch a lot of film together. So we really just want it bad. That's what it is, for real.
What's it mean to you when Braylan gets his touchdown, and then you guys are celebrating the end zone, and then there's a Pitt student in the section dressed up as a full shark?
That's just that's huge. This shark stuff is really a movement. Like people don't understand. It's really deep with us, for real. And there's more people, our fans, is dressing up in sharks. We just love it because it's just really a movement. It just shows how much work we put in, how much how good we are, for real. So every time we see some sharks, the signs, the shark animals people be having dressing up, it brings joy to us. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I might drop some shark merch tonight, for real.
We'll do two more.
There's clearly some defensive chemistry that you guys have going on in your team. What would you say are the key factors that really build that relationship for you guys?
We all just close. We know what our goal is, an ACC championship, and then go on from there. So we know that our defense is Pitt standard is a good defense. We want to be great though, so we just we all close. A lot of just years before, I don't think we was really close. This year, it's everybody hanging out with everybody. D-line, the D tackles, the cornerbacks, the linebackers, we all just real close, for real. So that's really a big key on it. And it's, like I said, this is our first time we really had our full defense back and have really everybody play. So that was a big part too.
Ross, have you ever seen a guy make an interception laying on the ground like Brandon did?
Not in person, not gonna lie. So that's just, hey, good timing for him. Good place, good time for him. Hey, I love it. More picks for our linebacker core.
So, Ben, did you ask for this one to get moved back to see if you could get the record?
To be honest, I didn't this time, just because it gets a little chilly in Pittsburgh and the ball doesn't fly as far. But no, that was a good one. 57 was a good number for me, so I was happy it was there.
Ben, what does it say about this team the past 2 weeks? The defense has led the way. After first 4 weeks, the offense had kind of been the story of the season, and then obviously special teams chipping in at different points too.
Yeah, you look at our we're 7-0 at this point. And a win has come from each phase of football. You know what I mean? Each of the 3 phases: special teams has won games, offense has won games, defense has won games, and then all together we've won games as a team. We continue to do that, we're going to be really dangerous. So it's nice to see, especially at this point of the year, and where we're at situationally in the season, being now 7-0 going forward. So ACC needs to watch out.
How do you guys stay humble?
How do we stay humble?
Yeah.
I think it comes with our preparation every day. We understand who we're playing and we understand who we are. And by that I mean we put respect on the teams we play. We know Syracuse is a really good football team that came in tonight, and we got the best of them. But going throughout practice the last 9 days, we had a smaller bye week. We knew what our preparation was every single day. We had to get better every single day. Coach Deuce says 3%. That's what we got to get. Minimum 3% better every day. We keep doing that, and we're going to be real good.
Is this the most complete team you've been on at Pitt?
That's funny. It's looking back at it now. This is year 5 for me. I think I just heard him say it. Closest team I've been a part of, and I think that's very unique. And I think that speaks to our chemistry as a team and our success as a team. And preseason nobody predicted this, and we knew that going into it. And I think that just made us closer. So good on them.
Ben, you now hold the most consecutive made field goals in Pitt history. Describe your confidence level every time you go out there.
My confidence, again, comes from preparation. We have elite preparation every single day. But with that, I have the absolute best holder and snapper in the country. They provide a perfect snap over the spot, perfect hold. I never see laces, and that makes my job so much easier. I put the cherry on top of the unit. And, of course, to get all these deep kicks, I think what are we, 12 of 12 right now? But I think more than half are 40 or 45 plus. So you start seeing those kicks go in, and it never gets any easier. You just rely on your process, what's going to help you make the kick, whether it's steps and how tall you are, ball contact, fall through, all that stuff. But I know that the ball is going to be there, so I have all the confidence in my unit. I know my leg is elite, and if I put my leg through the ball, it's going to go in.
How do you stay focused in the middle of pandemonium? I mean, you've talked about that you practice mentally how to stay focused in big moments, but even in moments like this where you guys are up 31 points, you're scoring in ridiculous ways, but you're still being called out to make kicks.
Sure. Score is, in my head, 0-0 all the time throughout the game. I'm not big if we're up by 50, if we're down by 50. It doesn't affect me. I don't notice. Half the time I don't even watch the game because my job is very unique in the fact that it doesn't matter, like you said, if it's a situation we got to go hit a game winner or we got to hit a PAT or it's a 57-yarder when we're up by 30. For me, it's the same step, same approach, same kick, and I treat it like that every time, and we've had good results.
And just to kind of talk about special teams in general, it seems like Caleb's really kicking the ball a lot better lately. What do you think has gone into that, just improving?
I'm not surprised. He is elite every day at practice. So I'm not ever going to say he was due because I think he's had a heck of a year. But he keeps showing you how good he is, and he keeps getting better. And he's going to continue to keep getting better and showing everyone how good he is. He's known this for a long time. So is Coach Bernowski, myself, the rest of the special teams, all the coaches. And it's nice to see him reach that potential, and he'll keep getting better too.
Who had the best pick six today?
I like to cheer on my team. I would say myself, but I think Kyle and Heaves was, they was much longer. They had to do a little bit more, so I'm gonna give it to them.
Walk us through your pick six. It looked like they were trying to set up a screen. It got tipped, and you were in the right spot at the right time. Were you guys looking for that play at that point?
Yeah. So actually, they ran that play twice. Me and him both, got bit on it. And, that third time we were coming into it like we know this formation. We know that they want to run the screen. And then, so, me and Akai both played it well. He tipped the ball up, caught it, and went and scored.
It almost seems a lot of athleticism among you guys. But how much is film study and in studying the tendencies before the game, week before the game, lead to something like this?
It's film studies everything. We pick up on tips, stances, and other things like that to get tips on them like we did to score each play. We knew that the out route, we had to drive the out route, stay low. We knew that he wanted to throw that, and when the guy's open, he wants to hit it. He has certain targets that he wants to hit. We knew that. That's how we got all 3 of those pick sixes.
Braylan, it might be a similar question, but what leads to a performance like this?
Incredible preparation every day, attacking each game like it's a Super Bowl. That's what we say every day in the room. Every practice, every game is a Super Bowl, no matter who we play, no matter what we're doing, and film study. All of us do film at the facility and also out of it. this game is everything to us. Football is everything, and we put our all into it every week.
How mentally strong do you guys have to be? Because Syracuse ran 93 plays. They're on the field a lot. I mean, what's it like just, some of those drives they were out there for like 15, 16, 17 plays?
We just every time we're on the field, it's an opportunity to make a play. That's the way we think about it every time. We're trying to go make plays. We're trying to show people that we're the best linebacker core in the country. So every play is an opportunity.
Second consecutive week where the defense has shined across all four quarters. What type of statement does that make to the conference, to the country, with this defense?
That's Pitt defense. That's what we're gonna do every game. It started a while ago, but we're starting to show more to the country that's how Pitt plays. That's how Pitt defense is going to be for the rest of the time.
What were some of the adjustments you guys made from your normal schemes against what Kyle McCord likes to do? Kyle Lewis talked about how, hey, there was a lot of talk about Kyle in this game, and we specialize things about things that he liked to do that we wanted to take away.
Getting into our drops, faster. They like to sit and hitch, try to box us out. Playing it like basketball. Denying it, things like that. Playing a lot of the middle field, like I was saying. We know he has certain targets and certain situations that he likes to hit, certain routes that they like to run, things like that, so that we could jump them and make plays like we did today.
You just feel like you guys stayed.
To execute that, though, I'm sure you guys have a game plan every week, different quarterbacks, but how was it so magnificent tonight where you guys basically dominated a top flight collegiate quarterback?
Well, we knew we didn't want what happened last year to happen again. This was more like a statement game to the ACC and really to everybody that we're going to keep shining every week. Last week wasn't just, wow, Pitt defense, they did good one week. We're trying to show it every week that this is what Pitt defense does.
Heck of a defensive performance. I mean, I don't care how we win, offense, defense. We got great coordinators, we got great coaches, we got great players. To attribute to just the overall coaching and playmakers. We talked about having start smart was kind of our deal this week. We wanted to start smart. We knew kind of Syracuse was kind of like us as a football team. They'd won games and squeaked by some games and won them, and we kind of thought they were very similar to what we were. And just talked about how we needed to start fast and be smart and just do all the details. And precision execution is what kind of our deal was, and we certainly did that. I mean, defensively, we're out there for 93 plays. Offense was out there for 44. I mean, anytime you get pick sixes, it'd be nice to put the offense back out there, but they won't let us do that again. That should be a new rule. But defense was on the field a lot. 3 pick sixes. You talk about the big plays in the game. The Biles pick six. Big time. That interception by Brandon George, laying on his stomach and coming up with that. Lewis's pick six, as you guys know. C.J. Lee had a nice touchdown pass. Poppy had a nice touchdown pass, and then Lovelace with a TD on the screen. Those tailbacks can run. When you look at Kyle Lewis, was a tailback and playmaker in high school. So was Lovelace. Rushed for a lot of yards in high school. Those guys looked like it when they got the ball in their hands. So, again, team win overall, and moving on to the next. Got SMU. Got a big game down in Dallas. Looking forward to it. So, questions? Holy cow!
Eli got hurt in this game and knocked out late in the half. He went into the blue tent. We saw him going to the locker room. Do you have any updates on his situation and what happened?
Yeah, Jerry. Is that your question, Jerry?
I asked him that.
Okay, you asked him to answer that question. Okay. Eli's gonna be fine. He's in there smiling, happy, jumping around. So we'll be fine. Just out of precaution, kept him out. And at first we just thought he had dirt in his eye, so it was a little bit more than dirt. But he's fine and happy.
Braylan just said that this was this was a statement win for the defense, and they wanted to get the bad taste of last year's game against Syracuse out of their mouths. How much do you think that performance motivated them?
I think it motivated them a lot. I mean, even though they scored just 21 points on our defense last year, we weren't happy with just how we played. I mean, our D tackles didn't play very good in that game. Obviously, it was an offense that we never saw. Obviously, it was at Yankee Stadium, and the press box was in the first base. You might as well have been in a blimp, way out of the stadium. You could have been Staten Island or I guess Long Island. I guess we just couldn't see anything. We made crappy adjustments, and we weren't happy with it. So they came out and had something to prove. Our motto all year is to prove it, and I think we proved a lot to on a prime time game and a national audience.
I saw a stat tonight where you guys have been out on the field on defense for the third most snaps in the country. Is something like that sustainable? Can you keep having success like that?
Yeah, we can keep having success like that. I think, when you think about the tempo of what our offense is playing with, it's part of the process. Nobody wants to slow the offense down and want to keep rolling and trying to score points. Again, we're only on the field for 44 plays on offense. I mean, I don't think our offense ever got in a rhythm because they were on the sideline for so darn long. So we never got in the rhythm that you'd like to get to. You got to have plays and string plays together to get stuff going. But our defense was our offense today, and scored 21 points on defense. That's National Defense of the Week material right there, I think.
What allows a defense, or especially a linebacker group, to be able to make plays like that?
We're talented at linebacker. I mean, you look at Lovelace and Biles, and Biles, that was a heck of an interception he's a great player. He had nice shoes tonight too. I don't know where he got those shoes from. I noticed that at halftime. I'm like, where did he get those shoes from? It's kind of what we do. It's not like we played some different defense out there. And Kyle McCord's, I got a ton of respect for him as a football player. You guys heard me say that on Monday. That's a good quarterback that has had a ton of success, but he just, played the wrong team tonight.
Obviously, you were out without Branson Taylor tonight. How did Tarantino's do in his place?
I didn't, look at a lot of the iPad on offense. I got to be honest with you. Again, 44 plays. I thought, we'll look at it. I can't tell you. So we'll continue to look at that. But he's a tough kid, and I think he's played okay.
Miles.
As a defensive guy, is that one of the better performances or best performances you've ever seen on defense from one of your teams?
I've never been around 3 interceptions for touchdowns. 5 total interceptions, first time since 2008 that you had 5 interceptions in a game. But that's dominating. That's dominating. So we've had some pick sixes, wherever I've been, but to have 3 of them in one game, I hope we didn't use them all up. We need to save a couple.
Both Rasheem Biles and Kyle Lewis have obviously made pretty big jumps from last year to this year. Have you ever seen other defensive players since you've been here make such a leap in 1 year?
Yeah, it's called development. It's called coaching, and Coach Manlack does a great job with those Sharks. As we know, the Sharks are on an attack today. Jaws would be proud of what happened out there today, but again, we knew it in spring ball. Kyle Lewis was our best linebacker in spring ball. You could ask anybody on the offense or the defense. Kyle Lewis has been dominant. He remains dominant. Biles is right there with him. Lovelace, the last 2 weeks, how about Lovelace? That guy's played lights out as well. And Brandon George continues to play solid inside. So it's called development, and again, it's the style of defense we play. We're attacking. It's what we do. I don't think Syracuse saw a defense like us coming into that game, to be honest with you. I think they saw a lot of soft coverage and a lot of free access for the quarterback to throw to, and we knew we felt pretty good about what we were going to give him, that maybe they wouldn't be able to handle it like they had in the other previous games.
Kyle, Braylan, and Rasheem all acknowledge, hey, we changed up a few things because we knew what Kyle McCord wanted to do. They studied him on film. They said they took this game personally. What went into making those adjustments, from what you guys normally do?
We did what we normally do. Those guys, nice coach talk over there, geniuses. But we tweak our coverage every week. We're going to tweak it to what they do, and it's not like we installed some new defense or new coverage. It's what we do. But it's different tweaks, and again, depending on what someone comes out in, we play a lot of cover 4, but it depends on what they come out on. Are the 2 receivers, is the 3 receivers, are they close together and far apart? We make checks every, Donovan McMillan and Javon McIntyre, PJ, Cruz, they do a good job of, and again, Corey Sanders does an unbelievable job of getting us in different stuff. We wanted to mix it up. So we mixed it up with a few different checks. We knew, Kyle McCord would have a iPad on the sideline looking to see what we do. So we didn't want to say, okay, they come off the sideline and go, okay, they're doing this today. Okay, well, the next series we're going to do something else. But it's just tweaking and knowing he's good enough to pick you apart if you don't just change it up by series.
How essential to that plan is also the work of the outside corners, because he took deep shots on Ryland, on Rashad, and your guys were batting him down and didn't allow those, forcing him to come back inside and try to hit those underneath things.
Yeah, corners. Anytime your corners, we put those guys on an island, as you know. anytime your corners play like our guys are, Ryland, Taman was good today. Crumpler came in and had some nice hits as well. And No Bigelow was out there as well. Rashad Battle has been great all year. And I think they can. Here's the thing about our defense right now: they keep getting better every week. I mean, they just keep getting a little bit better. We know we're young at corner coming into the season, and young on the D line. But again, I don't know how many sacks we had today. How many sacks do we have today? We had 4, but they had 2 looked like they were intentional groundings, in my opinion, where he just got rid of it. So it could have been 6 real easy, but
Rasheem Biles said if he were an NFL GM, he would spend a draft pick on Ben Sauls. Have you been around a college kicker on a run like this before?
No, he's the best one I've ever been around, and I would imagine he'd be up for the Lou Gross. So they should just give it to him mid-season here. He's just like automatic from 57, 58. It doesn't matter where you put him. He's been outstanding this entire season.
Defensive-minded coach, are you gratified knowing that your defense outscored not only Syracuse but your own offense?
I'm always satisfied. Defense coaches. I'm a head coach, with a defensive background, but I want everybody to play well. And I don't care if it's offense, defense. Those first 4 games of the season, our offense was on fire, and they'll continue. They'll get back on fire once we let them get on the field a little bit more.
Do you expect Taylor back this year?
I would say probably not. I think Branson is out for the season. So I was going to tell you on Monday, Jerry, but shoot, Branson's out for the season with a knee, and he's in good shape right now and on the mend. And so we're going to miss him. He was on FaceTime in the locker room. He was up in the box today, and he had season-ending surgery.
Coach, thank you very much.
Okay. Thanks, guys.